Oh my gosh. It's a good thing no one's here yet. That's cool. I don't even know if anybody's gonna show up, but we're gonna do this anyway. Okay. That's not gonna fit in there. Oh, there's one person here. Hey, I don't know who you are, but hello. Welcome to my first live. I haven't been talking because no one's been here yet, but hello. And I only have my phone, so I don't know if I'm even going to be able to see any chats or anything that's happening. It's my first time doing this. It's going to be interesting for sure. Alright, well, whoever you are, first person who is here, we're just going to start. I don't know if anybody else is going to come. Like I said, I don't have that many followers, so I don't even know, but we'll see. Today, I haven't done a puddle pour in like 5.5 years, which is actually a lie because I haven't been doing this for 5.5 years. So I haven't done a puddle pour in maybe like 4 months, so I want to do one of those today, and I figured I might as well show the whole process today, like how I mix my paint and everything before we actually do the painting. So first color I'm going with is Metallic Leaf Green from Artist Loft. And then we're going to go with, this is Violet. And this color palette is kind of ridiculous and a little bit all over the place, but I'm in a weird mood today, so that's just what we're doing. Then I'm going to use these two. I'm butchering this name. I think it's pronounced PBO. I could be 100% wrong with that. Probably I am. But anyway, this one is a iridescent. It's called Blue Violet Iridescent. And into that, I'm going to add a little bit of Pink Flash, which is a color shift from Folk Art. That's going to be a interesting color for sure. And then for the PBO as well, I'm using their, I'm just going to say this is a gold. I don't know. Or Rich Iridescent. I don't know. That's the gold color we're going to be using. And this gold, you guys, I guess I'll just say you guys, like there's not just one person here, but because this is going to go into my videos later, you guys. This gold is super amazing. I have found that it does all kinds of cool things, effects and whatnot, so that's fun. And then this is actually one of my all-time favorite colors. It's Cranberry Wine by Deco Art. Super, super love it. And the reason I'm actually using so many different brands is because with puddle pours, you don't put everything into a cup. You don't mix things very much. So there's not as much chance to get different effects happening. So if you use more brands, then you're more likely to get more effects and cells. Just FYI. Okay, so back in the day when I first started doing this, back in the day, which was a Wednesday, by the way, if you guys didn't know that. Didn't go joke. Anyway, I used to actually measure out my mixes with measuring utensils, cups and tablespoons, teaspoons. But I don't do that anymore because it's time consuming and I don't want to. So I just kind of eyeball it now. It's like 1 part paint to 3 parts Floetrol maybe. And then I drizzle in water as necessary. Some brands of paint need more Floetrol. And that's what this is, guys. This is my Floetrol. I keep it in a squeezy bottle. Other brands don't need as much. Like this Deco Art is probably not going to need any water at all because it's already really runny. The Liquitex Basics are thicker than the Artist Loft. The Flow acrylics are not as thick as the level 1 acrylics from Artist Loft. So just depending on your paint, what you're using, is what's going to give you, I don't know, your right consistency. So you can see that's pretty runny with just the paint and the Floetrol. And on top of these colors I have down here, guys, I'm going to use black and silver. I'm not going to use white because I freaking hate the white. Actually, I really love white, but the white doesn't like me, so yeah, I'm not going to use it. So then you'll see this is much thicker. So this is going to need water, obviously. And you really want to mix the paint with the Floetrol first because the Floetrol is meant to be with the paint, not meant to be with the water. Just as a heads up. And you really want to really mix, guys. And especially look out for chunks like right there. I've got a chunk of something. So I'm going to... I always keep a pair of tweezers, you guys, while I'm doing this because it's perfect for stuff like this. I don't know what that was, if that was Floetrol or the paint. But, anywho. And whoever you are, you're still here. You're hanging in there. Cool. I don't see a chat anywhere on my phone, and I don't have a laptop in here, so I don't know what's going on. Now, this was the iridescent blue violet with the color flash, and it's turned into a fairly interesting color. The color flash, guys, they're supposed to be like color changing from Deco Art, or not Deco Art, they're from Folk Art. And I've used 4 different of the colors of those, and to me they're not color shifting or color changing. I think they're just shimmery, kind of more like a metallic. So, you know, just that's my hot take on those. And my dog just tramped in here, and he knows he's not supposed to be in here, Jack Jack. because he sheds like a little nobody's business. It's great fun. So this metallic leaf green is pretty cool because it has golden undertones in it, which I appreciate. So it goes well with gold if you're going to use gold, which I am. Oh, I said I wasn't going to use white, and I was going to tell you the reason I'm not using white. So I'm going to use silver in lieu of white to help lighten this up a little bit because it's going to be kind of a darker painting. Anyway, so just as a comparison here, so there's that one is much runnier than that one because I added in a little bit of that folk art. And then this one is one of the Artist Loft, and it is thicker than the others. So to be honest, in my opinion, this is the worst part of doing this entire process. I despise mixing paints, you guys. It's boring, it's tiring, my hand hurts. Because you'd rather be pouring it than mixing it, really, right? I would. Anyway. Okay. So this one is the violet. Alright, now for water, I use a bottle of water, you guys, because where I live, we have really hard water. So I think when I first started doing this, the hard water was like effing with my paintings. So I stopped using regular tap water and I started using bottled water. So as you can see, I did not add much water there because once you have too much water in your paint, it is a B word to try to get it back up to a thicker consistency. You can do it, it's just you're going to have to add in more paint. Probably not more Floetrol, but more paint for sure. So if you're like low on paint or you don't want to use up much paint because paint's expensive, start out slow with your water and then you can add more as needed. So that is close, but it probably could use a tiny bit more. So I'll put it off to the side and then I'll add in a little more water to that one. And if I'm going to need to add any more to these two, I'll just do it all at once. And this one is good. Oh, what was that? I don't know if you saw that. I saw a chunk. I think it was paint though, so. So this one, it's pretty good consistency. I'm just going to mix a little bit more because I think that was a chunk of paint. Okay. I might add a touch more water. Okay. And this one, see, this is so boring, you guys. Like, this is why whenever I do a painting, I do this long before I start recording, just because this is dumb. Okay, so I think all three of these are gonna use just a titchy tiny bit more, and I just use the bottle lid, guys, because again, it is so easy to accidentally go overboard, and you saw that was like hardly anything, but it's gonna go a ways. Okay, so Get these guys mixed up, then we'll get painting, because that's the whole point. Okay, so that's better. I don't even know about this color palette, you guys. I'm actually thinking that pinkish blue violet might not work in this particular color scheme, and I might not do it. Use it. Okay, so those are all good. I've got my black and my silver. I'm going to move all of these over. Now the canvas I'm going to use today is a 12 by 16, so I don't think the whole canvas is going to fit in the frame of my camera. But we will see what we can do. And my setup is super fancy, you guys. I just use cups, as you've seen in my other videos. Okay, so we need to come up. Oh, hey, someone else is here. Okay. So that's probably as good as it's gonna get. Let me see where you're at. So actually you're not gonna see about an inch of the bottom of the canvas. So sorry about that. But I'll do a close-up afterwards. I'm just taking a sip of my coffee, because yes, I'm drinking coffee, guys. I'm always drinking coffee. Okay, so puddle pours are fun. Yeah, this pink, guys, I'm pulling it. It's not gonna blend well with the rest of these colors, so pink is out. So I don't even know why I was using pink in the first place, guys. Okay, so my goal when I do a puddle pour, you can do puddle pours a number of ways, guys. You could do like 3 puddles, 4 puddles. You could do 1 puddle here and 2 here and try for some negative space here. Really, there's all kinds of ways you can do puddle pours. So for today, I think I'll just do 3 because this is a smaller canvas. And it'll be a little bit harder to try to go for some negative space, which I do like to try to do. One of these days I'll do a puddle pour on a 15 by 30, which is a lot of fun, and you get you have a lot more room to get negative space. But my table is not built for a canvas that size, so that means I have to get down on the ground with it, and it's hot in here. I don't have a lot of airflow, so that's why I didn't do that today, because it's hot. Getting cooler, but it's still a little bit hot. Oh, look at that. That's fun. So see, these tweezers just come in handy all over the place, guys. Have tweezers. If you don't have them, get some, I would recommend. These are just a cheap old pair, and they're lifesavers. They help get the little gloopies off if you have gloopy problems like I do sometimes. Okay, so now you get to start pouring your puddles, and you can do them all like the same color. Like you could keep track of your whatever color pattern you're going in, or you can just randomly do whatever colors you want. Which this one I'm not going to keep track of. I'm going to just random colors it up. And as the puddles grow bigger, they converge on each other, as you'll see happen here. So let me take all my colors. How many? 2, 4, 6. Yes, I got all my colors. Okay. I'm kind of going in a pattern here. I said I wasn't going to keep track, but I kind of am. Oh well, it's okay. Okay, and I think each of these cups probably has one more pour in them. And if you're looking at my hands and thinking, you look a little shaky there, you doing okay? Yeah, I have a little shaky problem. It's called an essential tremor, and it's hereditary. And I got it from my dad. So that's, oh, see? I didn't mix that one very good. Did you guys see that? You probably saw that. So, yeah, so I do get shaky sometimes, which is super fun. But actually not really. I hate it. So just know that whatever color you end on the top of your painting with is going to be a more dominant color. So as it stands, the green, the gold, the wine, cranberry wine, and the black are going to be the main colors here because they're on the top. I think that's enough. You know, I'll just add some black to the corners. I was just worried about having enough paint on there. So I'm going to add a little bit of black to the corners here just in case. Okay. And I'm going to take another sip of coffee because why not? Oh, third person's here. Hey, guys. I don't know who's here. Hey. How's it going? Okay. So now at this point, you could start tilting it as is. As it is, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go through it because one, that will help create cells and effects, and two, that'll help break up the lines, because if you don't do that, I was going to show you an example, but I don't have one. You get like these really strong defined lines as if you'd just done like a tree ring or something, which is not bad, but not what we're going for necessarily in this endeavor. So and as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but here we've already got cells forming from that. Cells are forming here and here. I can tell you when I start tilting, this area right here is going to keep some of that definedness, which I don't maybe want, so I might do this one more time. If this were a big piece, you'd be, if you wanted, like all over the place. But as it's just a smaller canvas, it's not going to be quite as necessary. So that should be all right. We're still going to probably get some lines. That's okay. Now, I'm going to link down here, I guess, when this video, I don't know how this works, but I guess when I'm done, it ends, and then I can go back and edit it. I'm going to throw Melly D's YouTube down in the description box because she's, like, pro at puddle pours. She's who I learned how to do these from. So I'll link her down there at some point. So now you get to tilt your canvas, and what you really want to try and aim for is 4 tilts, 1 to each corner, and have that be it. Otherwise, you can start getting muddy colors. Yeah, so that's the goal. Jack, go. Go. What do you want? He's going to start barking at me, you guys. Oh, before I start tilting that, I'm going to go give him some food because he's going to start barking at me, but I'll be right back. I'll be right back. There you go. Is that what you want? You can eat now. You can eat now. Okay, sorry about that. I knew he was going to start barking, and it's fun when he does that, so. Okay, yeah, so see, that helped create cells. All right, anyway, so now you kind of got to think, how am I going to tilt? And I think I'm going to go this corner first, and then this corner, and then this corner, and then down here. So you kind of just go in like a circle. And you kind of just go for it. And the quicker and more extreme angles you tilt at, the more likely you are to get cells and effects. Okay. So as you can see, like I said, we got those lines from where I put my finger through it to help break it up. If I hadn't done that, those lines would be much more defined and kind of like way more present everywhere. So if you kind of like that look and you want to keep it there, sweet, by all means do it. And I almost did not have enough paint on this canvas. So, and this is way back here, so I'm trying to check. Sorry if I'm tilting and messing with the camera. Okay, so it's funny because I think all the colors I used were a metallic of some sort, but the cranberry, so it's got, everything else looks metallic-y, and metallics float on top of each other for me, so you can kind of really see it here, which looks really neat. Unfortunately, my hands are all wet, but I'll pull you down for a close-up after I'm done here. But I kind of don't like that it's all bare right there. It doesn't look all metallic-y, but I'm not going to do anything to mess with it because there is a thing is too much. And if you've heard me say be strong and back away, I've said that a few times. Melly D is the one who I heard say that first. She actually has a shirt for sale that says that. Anyway, look, it's settling on my hand, so that's cool. So we've got some stuff going on. I think I am gonna torch it because I did just mix those. I could have torched it before I started tilting it, but I totally didn't think to do that. I just forgot about it. And my hands are a complete disaster. I should just be like Marcy and wipe my hands on my clothes. But I'm actually not wearing painting clothes. This was a spontaneous decision, so it is what it is. I do not want to get paint all over these clothes. Now, with puddle pores, I have noticed that they do tend to continue to develop cells and effects longer after they sit. Like with a flip cup, sometimes you can just see it finish moving within like 10 to 15 minutes. These ones I've noticed tend to, I know I'm like a hot mess, tend to continue moving. So I think it'll continue doing stuff here and maybe a little bit up here. But other than that, it might not. So mixing your brands, metallics, and using a white or a black is going to help get stuff happening. And I see a chat's happening over on the other side. Oh, hey, there's 5 people here now. Hi. But my phone clip is like covering the chat, so I can't see anything. One of these days, I'll do it alive, and I will have my old 15-pound laptop in here with me, and if this works out, I don't even know. I'll answer questions and stuff from the laptop, not my newer $800 phone. Sorry, I'm just getting a little cup to save my pink that I did not use in before I pull that camera off there and bring you down for a close-up. So I got these little things at Walmart, guys. They're like little cups with lids, and they're super handy if you, back in the day, again, which I say that like 15 years ago when I started doing this. No, about a year ago when I started doing this, I did not do this with the bottles. I just mixed everything up as I went, and I was finding that I had too much paint, and I didn't want to waste it, so I would do like a second pour or a record pour, which records are so fun, you guys. I'll do one. I haven't done one in a while. Anyway, record pours. I'm losing my train of thought. So yes, I was using too much paint. I didn't have enough paint. Whatever. Paint was a problem. Then I started doing the bottles because I was like, I'm sick of mixing paint constantly on the go because, like I said, I hate doing it. It's not fun for me. But every once in a while, I do mix up a new color that I have too much of. So these cups are super handy and useful. Anyway, so the cells have moved up a little bit more, as you can see there, guys. It's hot in this room. There's no airflow in my craft room, you guys, so it's kind of hot. Yeah, maybe I'll pull this down. Oh, by the by, oh no! I'm so sorry, you guys.